second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
First and 10.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
They run it once more with Judkins. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Byron Murphy is there on the stop.
49-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 7. Now this time they'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Now a third and 2.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
At the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Throwing now on third and long. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Notre Dame.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Now Walker, and he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Here's third and 7.
Get it!
Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First and 10 at the
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Up the middle they go. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Rams' 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, set. Bronco 80.
They'll throw out of the gun. Going right sideline and complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. His 12th touchdown of the year. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack. And it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. This is away, and it's a very good kick. Angled toward the sideline. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line.
Hold me ready. Let's go. Ready,
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Oh, gotta be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
As he throws fires, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Got an open downfield on the crossing route. A gain of 17 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Cavity Lions.
Here's Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and it's come out to the 20-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Receiver in motion, headed left. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
Ready up. Ready.
The drive will start on the ground, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Let's go now.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending.
He works free, right side. Look at the big guy rumble. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. Point after try, forthcoming. Got it. And the Seahawks move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
Rams nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is the tight end, Harold Fannin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
He'll drop to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Get it! 79 Broncos, Viking 18!
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Quick hitting slant there. Second down and 3.
16.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70!
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Bill looks to throw.
24-yard line.
He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Downfield got him, and he's got it. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. This one complete downfield to Walker. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
19, Cowboy 80, Warriors 70.
Back to the air one more time. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight, and it's second down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Set. Rocco leading.
The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Byron Murphy there on the stop. Second down and 8. He'll look to throw. To the left side, he finds Kraft. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. First down, L.A.
A gain of 14. And the Rams.
They'll give it here to Judkins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Rams first down. A gain of 13 yards.
Again, it's Judkins. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 on the Seahawks' 37-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get him the ball.
That's over the middle and intercepted. They're going to take over now at their own 34-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out into the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Come on, ready?
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Seattle.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. He gets free. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big play for Seattle. 41 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Seattle.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready? Ready?
Handoff, running left, it is Walker. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to the run. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
19 Tigers, 19 Tigers.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Go.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Starts with a run by Judkins. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, There was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
12 yards to go.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Nacua snags it over the middle. It's a big play there on third down, but there is a marker down, and that is not a good sign for the offense. Back to throw. That's to Kraft, the tight end downfield. It is a gain of 17 by about the length of the football. They've got the first down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the handoff, Judkins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Nick Emanwari is there to make the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Seahawks 39.
Second and 5.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions.
They'll send a man in motion left. Now they'll set up to throw. The open man is Nacua. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a first down.
First down, Rams.
Hold it ready. Bring it. Shut up. Drop ball 80.
Judkins now on first and 10. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And I don't think he got there wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with the conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on third down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. His fullback's releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
First down.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. The motion man is Nacua. Throwing now on first and 10. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
Complete to Puka Nacua. He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Quinshon Judkins. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
It's the tight end, Kraft, in motion. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Brings up second and
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
The thing that stands out to me about this defense, Mike, is they just make you earn everything. They don't concede any downs. You see it here on this last play. Great job here. No gain. Forced third down.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This one is caught on 4th and goal. They deliver. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That is 2nd touchdown of the game and 17 for the season. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he will dive into the end zone. 90 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Greg, it is a beautiful thing to watch. 11 come together. We always focus on the return man, but the entire special teams unit paves the way for that score.
And all week, Mike, when you talk to this group, the coaches thought they had an advantage in the return game, and I think we can see why. They felt their scheme and their blockers was a great matchup against this kickoff unit, and in this case, it's very easy.